What's up, everybody? Welcome to Table Stories, Witchcraft, and Wizardry. Hello, everyone. Hello. How is everyone doing?
Nervous.
Fun.
Nervous?
Right.
I'm nervous for today.
I'm a little bit scared about what happened last week. I was just asking everybody before we went live. I was just saying, what happened last week? Have you done something to get us killed or worse, expelled?
Well, I will say that someone's hand did enter another creature technically, so that gives you a kind of...
That doesn't give me any context. I have no idea.
Did Olive's love for a ghost go to a whole other level last week?
Oh my god! Whoa!
Nice.
All right, Luxie's not here. I've got to make up for it, okay?
Well done. Well done. She's now here in spirit.
Yeah, as
We
you guys...
are 11.
Yes, yes, you are. If you did not see it as of yet, we've got no Luxie, we've got no Murgles today, but we do have Myth. Myth is joining us today. Hi, buddy.
Yeah, a lot of
Thanks
shoes to fill. Hi.
Thanks for hopping in. Luxie's on vacation with her family, and Murgles had some personal stuff to take care of today. So we had the lovely Myth come join us. And Colo has no idea what happened last week, and neither does Myth. So we're gonna do a recap in the beginning here. So don't worry about that. But a lot got done last week. There were a lot of things that happened. It was a very productive episode in general, I think. And
I think it worked best without context.
So does Twitter in general. I think that's how Twitter functions.
Exactly.
Just no context. It's just whatever we want to post, we'll just post it. Welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome to the show. I hope everyone is ready. If you've never seen the show before, what we do here is we play a role-playing game that's based on Harry Potter that I made. It's called Witchcraft and Wizardry, named after the show. If you would like to take a look at the game, download it yourself, or play it yourself, you totally can. You can head on over to tablestory.tv/WAW, and it's totally free. You can go pick it up right now if you want. I'm working on an updated version that has a few rules changes. It's a work in progress. We're doing this live. It's all happening live. We're playing basically an early release of this game that I made with very little testing, and we're just hoping it all works. And so far, I think it's been doing pretty all right. I've been pretty happy. There's some things to change, but that happens with every game, right? That happens with every
early
game.
access.
And it won't keep me up at night at all. At all.
Give yourself a break, Whack. You've done a wonderful job.
Thank you. But I would, before we get started today, I would like to say that I think we need some hearts and some love in the chat for Colo. Okay, she's a bit stressed today, and I want to try and cheer her up and make her day better. So if we could get some hearts and some love in the chat for Colo.
Cast your love
That'd be
spells,
great.
chat.
Yes, activate your
Thank
love
you,
spells.
I'll be all right.
Activate.
I'll be all right. I'm fine. I'm okay. But thank you.
Well,
I
we're gonna make
appreciate
it. We're gonna make the day better for you anyway.
It's a time I look forward to this time. So
Good.
I'm
We're
looking
happy to
forward
help.
Look at all the love.
Look at all the
my
love.
heart, chat.
So let's go around the room. Let's introduce everybody and your characters, and let's get started. Let's start. Let's get this session going. Colo, would you be so kind as to start us off, please?
Hello. It's nice to meet you. I'm Colo. You can find me on the internet in various places under the name Hello, it's Colo. I like nonsense and potatoes and open world adventures and just hanging out and having a chat and building Lego and playing some Nautica at the minute. That's kind of what we're up to. And yeah, that's what I do. I wasn't here last week. I play a Gryffindor named Maisie, who has a very strange combination of anxious and reckless, and she's a lot of fun to play. Yeah, and I've got no idea what happened last week, so I mean, I hope nobody gave me their -1s, guys. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Oh, no.
Whack banned that, remember? You can't do
Of
it
course he
anymore.
did. Of course he did.
Everyone except me tried to target you and Whack reminded them. So
Oof.
I tried to give you my +1 and you're like, you're not here, you can't do it. So
Okay. All right.
I doubt this.
wasn't
This is
here when I
highly
wanted to do it.
doubtful. Highly doubtful. Don't believe a word of it. It's nice to be back, guys. Thank you for having me.
Welcome back, Colo. Myth.
Hi, I'm Mythomatic, or Cord. Hi, good to see you. I'm playing Blaine today. Blaine is a bit of a bookworm and a shy little guy. He's a Hufflepuff, and he just wants to do good. And he just wants to be the best wizard he can. Yeah, that's me. That's Blaine. Can't wait to play today. I'm always so happy and excited to play with everybody here and to play in this wonderful, cool game that Whack wrote. And I'm super excited to get into it today and to see where we are and what's going on. So, yeah. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, buddy. Nego Oryx?
Hi, I'm Nego Oryx. Today I will be playing Olive Everglade. I am a first-year Gryffindor student who has some stuff going on. We'll just leave it at that. This just last week was interesting. Okay, thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you, Zygoticus.
it's me already. I was like, wow, what? That happened? Hi everyone, I'm Zygoticus. I know. Hi, I'm Zygoticus. You can find me in all the internet places. It's Zygoticus in all of them. Here I play Alexander Pepin, a Ravenclaw. Who also just wants to be the best mage, but takes it very badly when things don't go well, and some things didn't go so well, so we're gonna see how things pan out. But some intense feelings. I've been thinking a lot about things, preparing myself for this week, and I'm like, oh. I'm feeling feelings when I think about it, so I can't wait to get into the role play, and hopefully we'll create something awesome for you guys to enjoy. So, there you go.
Thank you, buddy. I'm Wax Steven. I am the Headmaster of Doom. I will be dragging the players kicking and screaming through the adventure today. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm super ready to play. I always look forward to this. It's a fantastic time. So I appreciate all these wonderful people that are role-playing with me here today. And I appreciate you for being here, chat. So let's get started. Let's do it. On the last episode of Witchcraft and Wizardry, we had the group do some more investigation about all these things that are happening in school. However, Maisie had to run off to Quidditch practice, one of her first Quidditch practices that she had to attend, and was not able to join the rest of the group while they were doing their investigations. They met up in the Great Hall, and Olive took it upon herself to speak to Ray Cabernet, the member of Slytherin that had sort of been enchanted and was up in the hospital wing with them. After speaking with Ray, she was given a small key that Ray found on herself. It was a rather abrasive conversation, but Olive managed to get this key from Ray, which was fairly small looking. And upon touching the key, she heard a mysterious voice asking about the boy ghost that she encountered. She was compelled to tell the voice where she last saw this boy ghost. They talked as a group about potentially finding a way into the Vanished Wing to bring it back and maybe getting lost themselves. There was a lot of worry, and they were trying to talk about all the possibilities that could happen with this Vanished Wing. Everyone was very I think, anxious and a little excited about the prospect of what they might encounter. Bucket, the Niffler for Hufflepuff, joined Rosalina for the adventure. And some chaos ensued because of that. Olive left a note for Maisie and Lily that the group was going to head back to the greenhouse area to see if they could use this key on something, if they could find something out there in the dark, and maybe they missed something the first time they went to go inspect it, or look beyond the wall into the other side and see if there were some clues on the other side of the wall that maybe they could take advantage of. Clementine and Olive put on some dark makeup and threw some stockings over their head to be sneaky and try to sneak about in the dark. However, they were the only ones who did this, and the sneaking did not go so well. The group had a series of, we'll call them accidents, with the suits of armor around the castle, due to some excessively horrific failure rolls that happened. And Bucket escaped and stole the key after the group were crashing into suits of armor while they were trying to be quiet. And they tried for a while to get the key back, causing even more of a ruckus and alerting Professor Pinescrew, Alex's father, who made them all return to their rooms and punish them for the mess and commotion by deducting some more house points. Alex left in an angry huff, and Olive was scared that Rosalina would take the key from Bucket and possibly experience some of the things that she had been experiencing. Upon trying to take the key back from Rosalina, she caused a little bit of an injury for Rosalina in the process. But she took the key back. And after Alex left, Clem tried to cheer him up, but he was extremely upset after running into his father and treated her not so well. He was rather angry and sort of she tried to use her cat in a way to calm him down, but it didn't work, and he kind of tossed her cat back to her and stormed off in a huff. We're going to start today's episode the next day. It was kind of a rough night. We're going to join Alexander to start the day. How did you sleep, Alexander?
With tears on my pillow. Probably, eventually, if I got to sleep. But not disturbed and not well, and lots of angry thinking about, like, me and other people and how things aren't going well and things are messed up. And that when you try to sleep and you're just so caught up with things, you just keep thinking about them all the time, and then you can't sleep, and then eventually you just get so tired of thinking of them and you do fall asleep. That's kind of what happened.
And it's Monday morning too. I feel like everything just gets multiplied worse on a Monday morning. It's like you have the whole week of school that you have to do work for, and it's all kind of stacking up. Even at a school like Hogwarts, it's probably still there. It's your second week of school, and you had a rough night. So, yeah, you can hear people stirring in the dormitory and sort of like waking up and cleaning up and getting ready and whatnot, taking showers.
Yeah, I just pull my blanket further up over myself and try and get back to sleep, or wait for them all to leave and then get back to sleep.
There'd probably be like a nudge, and you'd see some words like start to crawl in underneath the covers.
Alex, are you going to come to class?
What's wrong?
And I can't come to class today, Barney. So
You're not feeling well.
no.
Do you want me to take you to Madame Pomfrey?
No, it's probably best I just stay here and maybe I'll feel better before. I don't feel like I can move. So
Was it anything about what happened last night? You came in kind of, well, you were banging things around.
well, I'm not going to be at class today, Barney, and if you stay much longer, you'll be late as well, and so don't want to lose any point. You just make sure you do well enough for both of us today, I guess.
All right. It's charms. You like charms, don't you?
Just don't feel up to it today.
All right. Well, maybe see Madame Pomfrey if you can.
Okay.
Hope you feel better.
Thanks.
The words just kind of like crawl out.
I curl myself up in my blanket and try to will myself back to sleep so I don't need to think.
When Alex gets angry and he has these sort of moments, excuse me, when he gets angry and has these moments, does he make like a mess? Like, is there like an outward sort of expulsion of anger, or is it all directed like inwards?
I'm both. Like I'll like churn into my pillow and like punch my bed and stuff like that, and get angry and frustrated. But like I bit of an angry crier as well. So and then I feel it all inside, just feeling horrible. I don't like being angry. But then I'm angry and sad at the same time. And it's even worse, so I don't like either of those. Definitely not both together.
Okay. We switch to the Hufflepuff common room. Blaine, you're getting ready for your morning class. There was a little bit of a commotion last night, again with Rosalina. It appears that Bucket made an escape with her out of the common room, and some of the prefects were a little bit upset that Bucket was transported out of the common room. There's the strictly no Niffler policy in the rest of the castle. Apparently, Bucket has caused several problems throughout the years, and Rosalina managed to talk her way out of it and didn't get any serious reprimands or anything. Primarily because the Hufflepuff prefects are a little bit of a pushover, I think. But she managed to diffuse the situation, and Bucket has sort of been roaming around the common room a little bit. Rosalina was also like a little bit hurt. And she was basically brought to the hospital wing. She banged her knee up, and I think you kind of like saw the conversation. She did like a little bit of, I'm fine, I can go to sleep. You know, like everything will be okay. I don't need to go. And you managed to catch that. But otherwise, it's a normal morning in the Hufflepuff common room. You can see your various first year students getting ready to head to their transfiguration first thing. How do you feel about transfiguration? It's taught by Professor Hazel Barrows, who's not the nicest teacher. Do you still like the subject, though? This transfiguration?
Yes. I think, last week, right? It's only been 2 weeks since school's been in session.
This is the second week of school. Yeah, this is the first. This is the first Monday, second week of school. Yeah,
love it. The last week, with the rousing success of knowing who started the transfiguration charm, and answering the question correctly, I think his confidence in transfiguration has grown about tenfold. He was probably super nervous. But he hasn't been doing bad since. A lot of people are afraid of Barrows, but Blaine is a little intimidated as well, but I think that's what also is the challenge that he likes and drives him to try to be better in the class. So he goes because of the challenge. He doesn't necessarily like it, but he enjoys potentially knowing more than the other students.
Now you're a member of SWAF. Have you been inquiring about what's been going on since you're fairly diligent with your classwork and such. But have you been inquiring? Have you been like trying to ask around as to what's going on with everything?
I think Blaine is like schoolwork first, SWAF stuff second, and I think like when his schoolwork is done, he's like probably like late at night after like making the rounds back before going to bed, before like there needed to be like lights out in the common room. He makes his way to the cafeteria, to the watering hole, and tries to find his friends and to see if he can catch up. But there's always everybody seems to pass him, and like ships in the night, as he's been trying to catch up with everybody again and have the adventures like he had the couple days before.
Okay, so you head off to Transfigurations, ready to get your school week started. Ready to get that work done, ready to learn some new spells, and be a diligent student. Fair enough. We head on into the Gryffindor dormitory. Now, Maisie.
Yes?
You were out with Quidditch, doing Quidditch practice, and I think you probably, as a group, you and the second string in the Quidditch team probably like had a bite to eat together, and you came back. Now, do you wait to the last minute to get your homework done, like Sunday night?
I think Maisie probably like starts it first thing, and like with really good intentions. Like as soon as she gets back to the common room, she starts her homework, and then probably gets distracted by something and tries to, there's like an adventure to be had or Quidditch to be played or something. And then she gets so anxious about the fact that she hasn't completed it yet that she just puts it off and puts it off and puts it off, and then stays up until like 4 o'clock in the morning to try and get it done before on the day it's due. I think that's probably her bag. I think that's probably where she's at.
So you are sound asleep because you stayed up rather late completing your homework. Olive, I think you notice as you're about to head off to first period, potions on a Monday. That's like having math first thing on a Monday, I think.
I love math.
But first day on a Monday is rough. And And I remember I had physics first thing on a Monday morning.
I had double English.
Yeah.
I finished on double physics on a Friday afternoon at one point, and nope.
Nope.
So Olive, you're about to head off to potions, and you realize that Maisie is still in bed.
Maisie. Maisie. Psst. Maisie. 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 Psst, 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 psst. Maisie. I'm just kind of like tugging on the blanket a little, kind of like slowly kind of trying to, maybe not quite, but yeah, wake up, Maisie. Maisie. Is there anyone else in the dorm with us, by the way, or is it just us?
No, I think you're probably last to go because you saw that Maisie was still asleep.
Oh, Maisie, please wake up. Maisie, it's potions. Maisie. Oh, Olive's gonna like rack her brain and see if she knows any spells to make loud sounds or wake someone up in any way. And
Bombard.
yeah, I was gonna say, her signature spell is Incendio right now, so let's not try that out.
You don't have a signature spell until 3rd year. So
Oh,
that's
really?
a mistake. Yeah.
Oh, never mind then. Oh, poodles, that's so sad. She's just gonna try and like lightly, she doesn't want to get into Maisie's personal space in case she needs to sleep, but like she's really concerned that she's gonna miss class. Maisie, I can't be late. Maisie, please don't make us both late to potions. Oh, Maisie. She's just gonna try and clap really, really, really loudly. Maisie. Good morning, sunshine. Maisie.
What's wrong with you?
We're late.
For what?
Class, you know, what we're here to do, to go to school. Hogwarts.
What day is it?
Monday. Maisie.
It's been a long weekend. What time is it? How long have we got?
Honestly, we're already late. Let's go. Come on.
Oh, broomsticks. Okay, all right. Let me just get my stuff. She drags herself out of bed. There are like pillow marks down the side of her face. Like her hair is like all over the place. Like, it is very obvious that she has just woken up. There is everything about it says sleep. Like, she's not prepared. It's very, very, very obvious. She like grabs her cloak. It's like half inside out. She picks up some books. They're definitely the wrong ones. And she like puts her shoes on, but they're like, you know, when someone puts their shoes on, but they're in a real rush and they like stamp the backs of their shoes down to slip them on. Shoelaces probably aren't really done up. Like, she's a mess. Like, but she's gone within like a minute. She's ready. She's ready, and she's like shuffling along, trying to run, but her shoes won't really run. Like shuffling along after Olive, like yawning and making weird like noises as she goes.
All right. Olive, are you telling her what happened? I mean, you left kind of like a note, but I think you probably were like, you didn't have any time to sort of like get together and talk really about what had transpired the previous night. Are you trying to communicate this now?
Oh, yes. Olive is going to try to very discreetly, under her breath, explain everything that Maisie missed. Carefully, of course, in case anyone's spying on Swaff. It's official Swaff business. But very, very, like, rapid fire under her breath. Just, and then this happened. And then the Niffler came and took the key, and I was very worried because Rosie was going to touch the key, and we don't know what the key's going to do, and we have to make sure to keep that Niffler away from it, okay?
Okay, yeah, alright.
Maisie,
Yeah.
did you get that?
Yeah. Yeah. Probably need to roll a convince roll.
Oh, yeah. Make a convince roll for me, please, Maisie.
Let's just check our relationship with Olive. We've got a 1. We've got a +1, Olive. And this is heart roll.
Okay.
Partial success.
Yeah, partial success. Okay. So, yeah, you get to choose one from the list there when you're trying to make someone hear you, either through intimidation or conversation.
I want to pick the last one on the list, which is they do it but are now terrified of you, but not terrified in a way that's like very anxious terrified and kind of just very concerned that about what's going on and my state of being and that kind of thing, as opposed to like terrified runaway kind of terrified. Can I specify that?
Sure. Why
It's
not?
like terrified for you,
Yeah.
kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, terrified for me, and I guess like frustrated as well, probably just like yeah, I don't know if that's made any sense, but hopefully it has a little bit. Yeah, that one. They do it but are now terrified of you.
Maisie? Are you sure you're all right?
Oh, I'm just really tired. I'm just really tired. Are we near there? I don't even know where we are.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We'll have another swaff meeting after potions, okay?
Oh yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Okay. We'll get you more rest later, all right?
Yeah. Maybe some of that stuff that Clem likes, you know. I like hot stuff. I can really do with some of that. I don't know. Something. I don't know. Some muggle thing. I don't really understand it. It's just the hot thing. Something to do with beans as well. Hot beans. So something like that. I don't know.
Okay. I'll get you hot beans.
Okay, not like Alexander beans. So I don't. I don't want to wake up like that. Okay.
Beans on toast. Breakfast? Are you hungry? Maisie, what are you talking about?
I'm really tired. I'm sorry. Let's just get to bed. I don't know. I'd eat something later. I just don't want to bear the wrath of being late. Thank you for waking me up, Olive.
Of course, Maisie. I'm not gonna let you get in trouble.
Sorry, I should have said that before. I was a bit rude.
It's okay, Maisie. Come on. Potions is going to be fun. Okay?
Sure.
Okay. I would like a quick and quiet roll, I think, for both of you.
Oh, no.
And I'm going to say you have a -1 forward going into
great.
this.
That's a -5 for me, then, just as a heads up.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Now, you had conditions left over from yesterday?
Yes.
Okay, so you would have had one cleared, so you get to choose that.
Okay.
Because you had one night of rest is you clear one.
Okay. I did want to ask because it says for healing conditions for upset, it's being consoled by friends.
Yeah.
And since we ended the last episode with Rosie and Olive kind of mutually comforting each other, does that clear that?
I would say yes. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Whew. Then I'm going to use my night of rest to clear the injured, because I need it.
Okay. Alrighty.
Right. Okay.
Well, So those are 2 fails. I think you wander into potions right in the middle of the lecture that's coming from Professor Lajulai Griffiths, who we haven't really had a chance to meet yet. But Professor Griffiths has a trembling body, fearless eyes, and is square-jawed. He is a little strange in general. He has these sort of like squirrel-like movements, and he's a Ravenclaw, and he's a little odd. He's got like big round sort of glasses, not the Mr. Magoo type glasses, but just like big and round. He almost looks a bit owlish. And as you enter, you can you sort of like go to find your seats, and Professor Griffiths, who's in the middle of the conversation with the class, the lecture rather, slowly makes his way behind your seats. Ahem.
Hello.
Young
Good morning,
ladies.
Professor.
Had a long night, did we?
Professor, I'm sorry. It was my fault. I was up later than I should have been, and I overslept. And my friend Olive stayed behind to wake me up. It's my fault that we're late. I'm sorry.
Please make a convince roll.
Is this with Olive relationship? No.
No.
Please work. Oof.
Okay, an 8. Choose one.
I think they go along with it for now. I'm not sure what proof I would have.
Okay. Aside from the pillow creases in your face. So he says, if you would be so kind as to not come to class late. I know it's a Monday morning, but I would appreciate it if you would have some respect for potions in the future, please.
Sorry, Professor. It's really not anything about potions or about you. I just let myself down a little bit with how unprepared I was yesterday, and I'm sorry, and it won't happen again.
Very well, very well. All right, let's continue with our conversation, please.
Sorry, Olive.
It's okay, Maisie. Don't worry about it.
And they start to ramble on about some potions and whatnot. Second period comes around. It's double transfiguration for you, Blaine. For the Gryffindors, it's charms. For the Ravenclaws, it's herbology. Alex, you stay in bed.
Yep.
Okay. Lunch comes around. What does everyone do?
I stay in bed.
Olive is going to post up at the swaff table, as she now thinks of it, and is going to kind of expectantly start loading up a plate for lunch while looking around, waiting for the rest of the group to join so they can talk about important swaff business.
I think Maisie's followed Olive for sure, and is slightly more awake and paying attention, to say the least. I'm probably following Olive's lead as well, and just loading up some plates of food, because I don't think she ate last night trying to do homework and Quidditch, and she definitely didn't eat any breakfast this morning, so she's hungry. Oh,
I think you saw Clem in class, but she wasn't kind of like her usual self. She gave you like nods, and she said, she like waved to you, but she doesn't show up for lunch, and neither does Alex.
Maisie,
yeah.
do you think we should go see if Clem and Alex are all right? I'm a bit worried.
What happened yesterday? What do you think they are?
I don't know what ended up happening, but I know we split up because Alex's father was really, really, really mad at him, and he got upset and he left, and I stayed behind to make sure that I could get the key back from Rosie, and I think Clem...
Wait, what key?
I told you about it earlier, remember? You said, "Yes, Olive, I was listening. Yes, Olive, I understand what I missed. Remember? Maisie."
Sometimes when you're just waking up, you think that things are going in, and then you just think that your brain also thinks you still. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay, Maisie.
I wasn't very awake.
It's okay. I was sleepy too. So I spoke to Ray, and I found out that they got this key after they'd been possessed, and I don't know what it does. I think it might have something to do with the strange sounds that I've been hearing, but we don't know what it unlocks, and we don't really know what we're dealing with. But I was thinking, Macy, this is what I thought we could do today. If we ate lunch very, very quickly, and if we wanted to use lunchtime to go and visit Professor Boven, then we could ask, because Professor Boven both does not just Defense Against the Dark Arts, but ghoul studies as well. So I thought maybe that's someone who would be able to talk to us about ghosts and how we could possibly get in contact with the ghost that I met.
I mean, that sounds like a very good idea. I just worry that they might punish us in some way.
Well, we don't have to say what ghost, It could just be ghosts in general. We're new to Hogwarts. It's so interesting seeing ghosts for the first time,
I think that sounds like a good idea. I also think it's probably the best way to find everyone. Except, I mean, we could look in the Gryffindor common room for Clem, but maybe it would be nice to go back to them with some good news. Maybe that may make her feel better.
Maybe if she's upset, then coming back and saying, "Look, progress. It'll cheer Clem up." And
I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
Where's everybody else? I haven't seen Blaine for ages.
No, not in a couple days. Should we pull in
smell
more
him,
SWAF members?
You can usually smell the weird food and stuff. So I don't think he's here. I feel like I'll be able to smell him.
Wait, did you just say Blaine smells like weird food?
Smell like weird food.
Maisie!
Sorry, I wasn't being rude. It was just an observation.
Wait,
okay?
what kind of food?
I don't know. He likes those little fish, doesn't he?
Oh, those weird little slimy fish. I didn't
Yeah.
smell those though.
I have a very keen sense of smell.
Ooh,
It's
I
not-
don't.
It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just like, I mean, in a way, it's actually kind of nice because Blaine is very lovely, and it's like a reminder that of him, you know? It's just... What? Why are you laughing at me?
Because you're funny. It was just funny, that's all.
It'd just be nice to see him again, okay?
Wait, what do I smell like?
Oh, you smell a little bit like, what's the name of that thing? The little flowers, the yellow ones, that grow in the grass, and they're really beautiful and shiny, and they catch the light, and they smell like flowers, but not really flowers, like a little flower, you know, one that's, like, I don't know, like summer, like hanging out in the grass with your friends in the summer and then picking them and then making like a little chain with like that. Also a little bit like pocket mash, because I think you've just spent a lot of time with Rosie, you know. So maybe just both of those things kind of combined together, and also like this is gonna sound really creepy, but like there's a you smell. Like everybody has a smell, right? Everybody has a you smell, like, and a little bit like that, and it's nice, and it's like hugs and stuff. That's just smell like you know.
Olive just puts her arms around Maisie and just gives her a little hug. Should we see if maybe if Lily wants to come along? Anyone
we
else from
should.
Swaff?
Oh, we should, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Lily and yeah, Lily. Is Blaine around, Whack? Or
No.
it's not it.
Looking around, do we see any Swaff members at lunch besides just the two of us?
I think Hyacinth is probably like with a different group, probably like at a different table. She was.
Okay.
I don't think she was ever officially invited into Swaff. I think as you look around, you'll see Barney. He'll like walk over to the table, and he just says, "Hi."
Hi, Bonnie.
Hi, Bonnie.
How's everyone doing?
Well, we overslept a little. So it's been a day.
It was me. It was my fault. I'm sorry, Olive.
It's okay.
Have you seen?
Seems like it's going around.
Why,
What
did you
is-
oversleep too?
No. Was there anything that happened yesterday?
Like, shoot a look at Olive.
A secret Swaff business, okay, Barney?
I'll have a bean sandwich,
Oh, you remembered Barney?
but I don't want one.
Only
Really?
if we split
Nobody
it
does.
4 ways. There you go. Okay, now we can talk in secret. So, yesterday, we got in trouble because we were investigating the mystery, and there was, I don't know, maybe someone fell into a suit of armor, and maybe it broke into a bunch of pieces and was very, very loud, and a niffler got out, and maybe that happened around us, and Alex's father came over and was really upset and was mean to Alex about it. And then he left, and we didn't get to talk to him.
I think Alex is still in bed.
Still?
Oh no.
He didn't show up for class.
Has he gotten up at all?
I was going to bring him some food.
Olive's gonna grab a plate and start putting stuff on it and like grabbing things that she's seen Alex eating during the week, and start making him a little plate of food and hands it to Barney and says, if we write a little note for him, would you take it?
That's what I was gonna say. Olive. Maisie pulls like a
All right.
scrap of parchment and her pink feather and starts. What do we say?
Tell him that it's okay to be sad, and it's okay to show it, and we understand, and we will take care of Swaff, and if he needs time to be sad, that's okay, because we've got it covered. So Alex takes care of Alex, and when he's ready...
Hold on, slow down.
Okay, it's just off the top of my head. I don't... we got it. He should take care of himself, and we'll send up lots of food with Barney in the meantime. And if he this bit's important though, Maisie. This one's really important. If he wants to be cheered up, we'll cheer him up. If he wants to be left alone, and if we'll do that too.
Well, okay, good. Left alone. We'll do that. We'll do that too. Okay, hold on, let me just turn this over. P.S. Big Swaff love Macy. And she hands the quill and the parchment to Olive to write her name.
And Olive's gonna sign it in big loopy letters.
Alright, okay, here we go. This should... hold on. Oh, I smudged it a little bit. It's okay, you can still read this, right, Olive?
Yeah.
Okay.
Swaff looks like... But he'll know what it means.
He'll know what that means. Okay, here go, Barney. Hey, Barney, thank you for letting us know you're a good friend.
Sure.
Barney, would you just... Would you maybe bring back his classwork just so he doesn't fall behind?
I already have it.
Thanks, Barney.
That's so lovely of you, Barney.
If you need us, once we're done here, we're going to be investigating the shade. Okay.
What happened? Why did you crash into an armor?
Oh, I didn't say I did that. I said someone crashed into a suit of armor.
Why did
Wasn't
someone
me.
crash into a suit of armor?
Well, I crashed into the suit of armor because I wasn't looking where I was
Thought
going.
you just said that you didn't crash into the suit of armor.
No, I didn't say that I didn't. I said that I didn't say who did it, and it was very presumptuous to assume that it was me. That's all.
Right.
But it was... Yeah, it was me.
Was it, Olive?
Shut up, Maisie. It's
just
hard.
proud. I'm just proud of you, that's all.
They're very large, and if you're not looking where you're going, especially if a niffler is in the middle of stealing your secret key, it's very
Niffler?
distracting. There was a niffler. Shh, Maisie.
I'm sorry. I just wish I would have seen it.
It was very scary at the time, but it all got fixed and it's fine now. Thank you for checking, Barney.
No problem. It's okay. Can we have Negs? Can you turn off your camera? Colo, can you turn off yours? And Myth, can you turn off yours? Okay, Myth on. Negs on, and Koa. There we go. Okay.
Olive is going to clean her plate and like lick the utensils clean. Like they've worked up an appetite with all this mystery solving, you know? This is their first. They overslept. They missed breakfast. So she's going to clean her plate, and she just kind of like shoveled food in between talking and say, I don't know how much more time we have before our next lesson, so are you ready, Maisie?
Ready for what? She's busy with like a mouthful of some carby, starchy goodness. Ready for what?
We were gonna go talk to Professor Boven. You know,
Okay,
investigator hats on. Swath business.
Swath business. I'm ready. Let me just finish this. Just shovels the last whatever. She should probably be using a fork, but like she wants to make sure she gets everything, so she's definitely got a spoon. Like, okay, shovel it in. Okay, I think I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay. We play it cool. Be very, very, very guarded. We don't want the professor to know why we're asking.
We don't crash into any suits of armor, right?
And Olive's just gonna kind of like chin to her chest, kind of stomp off a little bit, but like still walking with Maisie, but she's not happy.
I feel like Maisie just like gives her a hug from behind and like laughs like, got him. Like.
So I think as you're exiting the Great Hall, you can see that Blaine is late for lunch on his way in.
Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me.
Blaine!
Oh,
Blaine!
hi.
Have
Sorry,
you eaten yet?
I was after class. I stayed after class. Are you done? Are you
well,
done eating?
Blaine. What was it again, Maisie? Do you want a bean sandwich? Is that it?
Would you like a bean?
Would you like a
sandwich.
bean sandwich? Blaine.
Only if it's split 4 ways.
Yes! Yes! Yeah! Okay. Official secret swath business.
Right.
We are going to go investigate shades, and if you can summon ghosts. Well, not if. We know you can summon ghosts, but how to summon ghosts.
Why?
Do you know Professor Boven?
Everybody knows Professor Boven. Professor Boven is the Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher.
Everybody knows Professor Boven. Professor Boven's the Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher.
Well, I'm not so good at Defense Against the Dark Arts, so I don't know if Professor Boven's necessarily going to be wanting to help me. But if you're good at talking to Professor Boven, do you want to come with us to ask about this?
I don't know why. Why? Why?
Well, we got attacked by a shade the other day, and Alex did a really good job of handling it, but it might happen again, and we don't know what to do. We think it has to do with a mysterious ghost that I met the other day, and at this point, there's nothing in the library, there's nothing in any of the books we've found about this, so we have to resort to other measures to gather information.
I'll come with you, but I don't know if I want to talk.
Okay, maybe it'll just look more official, like we're all doing homework together. It looks less suspicious this way.
All right. Mind if I
Right,
get
Maisie?
food? Really quick. I haven't eaten.
Oh, yeah,
Of course.
Okay.
yeah.
I'll be right back.
And he goes and sits down for a second and summons up some of his gross-ass food. He does have though a bean sandwich cut 4 ways on his plate.
Like,
I want to adopt him.
like Bertie, like all flavored beans
Yeah,
sandwich.
Yeah.
Is he eating it?
No, he just has it on the plate.
Okay.
He's eating everything else.
It's so wholesome.
And he comes back and he's like holding 4 pieces of the bean sandwich, and he's got like he's probably drooling some of the like
Herring juice.
herring juice. Yeah, off his, and he's like,
All right, I'm ready. Sorry.
I think I just like
Anybody?
elbow Olive and like raise my eyebrows at her, like, see,
Oh,
like
I
that's what I meant, like,
brought you all.
but doesn't say anything, just like,
This is for you. This one's
Okay.
for you.
is this real beans? Like,
Right, this is what's office. Huh?
the naughty
I
kind?
don't know if I want one.
It's symbolic. We'll take it and then not eat it. And Olive just puts it
Alright.
into her pocket and goes,
I feel like
Yeah,
half the beans like
thanks.
spill out, like as you know, like because they're beans.
yeah.
yeah, that could be symbolic a bunch of beans together.
I know it's symbolic, but my refusal of the sandwich is not symbolic of our relationship. It's just symbolic of the fact that I don't really want to taste drain hair in my mouth ever again.
All right.
Well, that's fair.
Thank you for understanding, okay?
Barney, are you gonna come with us? Are you ready?
Oh, I was going to go back and give Alex
Oh.
some food in the classwork.
Oh, get this to Alex.
He'll probably eat it.
All right.
Okay. We'll see you later, Barney.
All right, bye. Good luck.
Bye.
Tell Alex I said hello.
Okay. Barney wanders off.
All right. Swaff, where are we going?
Defense against the dark arts classroom.
All right. Think it's this way. It's over here.
And I'm
Right.
gonna start walking.
Blaine had a little bit of a swaff swagger there.
That's
Um,
right.
So
He's a changed man.
I think we head back to the Ravenclaw dormitory. Alex, are you still like just sleepless? Are you just like flopping around? You're muted.
Yeah, I'm still in bed, just trying to, I don't know. Bed just seems like the best place right now. So,
Okay. So, yeah, you can hear people like coming in, dropping off books or whatever, or maybe changing out books that need to around the dormitory. You'll see some words like creep on over. I don't know if you're completely under the covers or not.
yeah, I'm under still.
Yeah. But you'll see some words like sneak their way in. Alex, I brought you some food and a note and your classwork.
Quiet for a little while and then. Any sausages?
Yeah, sausages, and there's a bean sandwich that the rest of Swaff made for you. Blaine made it.
I like sneak my hand out from underneath the blankets and reach around feeling for Finn.
Oh yeah.
Like find a plate and grab a sausage and bring it back under the blankets and start munching away.
You can feel
Barney,
like
how
Barney's like sitting on the edge of your bed.
Barney, how do I stop feeling bad?
I don't know. Whenever I feel bad, I try and play a game.
Hand me the note. I stick my hand back at it again. I take the note and bring it back in, and then I grab my wand and cast Lumos so I can read it.
Cast a spell.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh, no.
8. A partial success. You have to choose 2 bad things from the list.
It's at the bottom. The spell has a diminished effect, which I guess not so bad since it's close to my face. And I think my wand probably just shoots out the other end of the blanket. Maybe hits Barney. Oh,
I don't think it hits
Can you
Barney, but he's on the edge of the bed, so it would be really difficult.
oh, my hand pokes out from the blanket again. Can you?
No problem. He hands it to you.
Yeah, I pull it back and I read the note. I don't. Maybe I should go see Madame Pomfrey. Maybe it's because I've not felt so bad, and it might be like maybe it was the shade did something, and I've got like the sickness or something, and
They told me what happened yesterday. Is it because of your dad?
lots of things, but yeah, my dad, and then I was kind of mean to Clem, and she's gonna hate me as well, so that's Clem and my dad. And then I lost points for Ravenclaw again after I just won them, so everyone else is gonna hate me again. So my dad hates me and Clem hates me, and she'll probably tell everyone else I was mean to them and they'll hate me. I don't know why they wrote the note. Maybe they're trying to play a trick on me or something.
No one
So-
hates you. They're your friends. I'm your friend.
It feels like everybody hates me.
Well,
And I try to do things right, and then everything just goes wrong, and I'll get something right, and then I'll do lots of things again that are wrong, and then I just want to be a good wizard, and I just want some friends, and then everything just doesn't work that way, and nothing ever goes right, and
you have lots of friends. You have all of Swaff. All of Swaff is your friend. We're all your friends. You're doing great.
yeah, but like how long before I do something bad again, and then they all hate me, and then it's just me, and I don't know. Why can't things just go right?
Everybody has problems. You're a great wizard. You learned the spell that took me a long time to learn, really fast.
Yeah, but then I threw my
It's
wand
only
out the
the-
tower, and
It's only the second week of school. We're still first years. You think Harry Potter was able to do all of these things on the second week of school?
no.
You're doing great. And they said that you earned Ravenclaw lots of points. Everybody
Yeah.
makes mistakes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, maybe I'll go see. I don't know. Should I go see Madame Pomfrey, or should I go see Swaff? Because they said they might help cheer me up a bit.
What do you want to do?
Are you sure they're not mad at me?
No, They didn't
course
seem
he-
mad at all. They wanted to come and see where you were, but they can't.
You promise?
I promise.
You're not trying to trick me too?
No. Why would I try and trick you? You're my friend.
Thank you, Barney. Okay. I'll go see my friends.
Okay. Here, have some more food.
Yeah. I just reach out and grab whatever. And grab the bean sandwich and just
Oh, wait. Roll a d3, please.
It's good.
What is it? What is this wonderful thing that you have?
It's a mixture of all the best things somehow. It's
You got a bunch of good beans in that sandwich.
it's like Madagascar vanilla ice cream and chocolate brownies and like toffee and fudge and like, how did you make the sandwich so good?
Blaine made it. He's really good at it, I guess. He picked all the right colors.
Okay, just give me a second. I'll be down in the common room in a little bit. I just need to get dressed and stuff, and then I'll be out. Thanks, Barney. You're the best.
No problem. I do have bad news.
What's that?
We got a lot of homework.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
That's not so bad. It's okay. Thanks.
So you get yourself sorted out. Head back to the common room.
Splash lots of water on my face.
Sure.
Okay. Where am I meeting everyone?
I don't know. They said that they were going to try and speak to, Professor Boven, I think. Maybe Defense Against the Dark Arts.
Okay, are you busy or are you coming too?
Do you want me to come?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, let's go together then.
Okay, I head off towards Defense Against the Dark Arts.
All right. Off you go. And we join the rest of you at the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom. That is way too loud. So, in the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom, let's see what the schedule is here. This is Gryffindor's next class. So, it's a good timing for everybody, I guess, except Blaine. Alex would normally have Defense Against the Dark Arts 4th period today. But Maisie and Olive, this is kind of where you needed to go next anyway. So as you approach, you're way early. Like, you probably would still have, 20 minutes or something before class. So when you arrive, you can see that Professor Boven is probably setting some things up for the class. And Professor Boven, she has a slender body, shy eyes, and a tense face. She has like a big sort of personality. I think you're learning. She can be like a little harsh sometimes in class, but it just seems like it goes with her personality. Like she has a sort of larger than life kind of feel about her. So when you arrive, you startle her a little bit, and she says, "Oh my! What are you all doing here? It's a bit early. Trying to get a jump on things?"
Well, yes, I guess. Well, we kind of wanted to come and ask you some questions about some things that we read in the book, and I know it's not what we're learning now, but we're just curious, I guess.
What about?
She looks at Olive.
Well, we were particularly interested in, ghosts. And we heard that in addition to teaching Defense Against the Dark Arts, you also teach ghoul studies.
That's correct.
So,
Ghouls
would
and
it be
ghosts are very different, however.
Sure, no, but we just figured with such a breadth of knowledge that maybe you would also know something about ghosts.
Right. In place of Professor Boven making this role, Olive, I'd like you to please. I read about that.
Yay! I have a +1 forward for that today.
That's a 9. Okay. So, on a 9, you get to choose, I think it's 2 from the list. When you were trying to remember some history, personal or otherwise. This is in regards to Professor Boven.
So, can I kind of specifically narrow down what about ghosts we're asking with these questions, or?
I don't know. Ask me the question and I'll tell you.
Okay. We really wanted to ask her about how to summon a ghost or how to get in contact with one. So I would say, I'll modify where is it from to say, where can we find ghosts, or how can we figure out, how can we find where ghosts are when they don't just appear out of nowhere? Does that work? Is that a thing?
Sure. Okay. So, Professor Boven raises an eyebrow and she says, "Why on earth would you ever want to summon a ghost?"
Well, it's not something that we would do anytime soon. Of course, it's all purely theoretical. But there's a family member of mine that I know my mum always told me became a ghost, and is a ghost that is very far away, not anywhere near Hogwarts, of course. But I was just thinking that maybe one day when I'm older and perhaps a more advanced witch, it would be really, really nice to get in contact with, learn history from my elders, hear it firsthand, from that ghost that I am related to. Yes.
I think go ahead and try and convince her.
Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Perfect.
I think what Oliver's trying to say though is that we're very interested in how ghosts and shades have come to be, and why Olive's relatives or ghosts and shades in general become them and not everybody does, and kind of how that thing in between life and death happens, and how you might maybe free, ghost peace, free, rest, yeah. I think that's Maisie's attempt to desperately try and back Oliver. Try and help.
Young ladies should not be trying to summon any ghosts.
Okay, well, yes, that's so true, and you are so very right to say that. We're definitely not going to. We were just interested, curious minds, children are the future and all that, interested to learn about how one might, if one were to do
Unfortunately,
so.
young lady, you will not be learning such material from me.
Whack, is this lady written books? I imagine so, if she's teaching defense
Professor
against dark arts.
Boven? Good question. Let's
Yeah.
find out. Unfortunately, no. It looks like she has not written any books. Not that I think you know about that,
Okay.
but maybe there's things there. There's reasons behind her not writing the books. But no, she hasn't written any books.
Professor, can I ask, if that's why you didn't write the books for the course? Because, I mean, I find it quite surprising because you're obviously incredibly knowledgeable, and maybe that explains it, that you just don't want people to get in trouble or do something bad, I feel like I understand that now. And I guess I didn't before.
I think that one does not have to write the books that we use in class to show their significance. I do think that such topics are beyond that of a first year, however. What was your
Professor.
other question, Olive? What was the second question?
Oh, sorry.
The second question would be, is it dangerous? Olive would want to know when attempting to summon a ghost, like what are the dangers associated, and if she's cautioning them not to, why? What's the big deal about it?
Summoning a ghost can be very dangerous material for first years, especially people that aren't well versed in why the ghost is still hanging about. You understand?
What year is it not? What year is it safe for, then?
I believe the NEWT level.
Oh.
Oh. So having a personal connection to the ghost, though, it sounds like if you're a witch or a wizard of the right age and skill level, you still need knowledge and connection to the ghost, then. Is that right?
Yes, of course. Ghosts hang around for a reason. They can't leave something behind. They're attached to it. The ghosts of Hogwarts, for instance. They each have a personal connection with the school. They
Right.
can't leave it behind.
So, that's actually a wonderful question, because what I was wondering is, the first week we had so many questions about being a Gryffindor because we are new to the school and all, and we were asking the portrait attached to the Gryffindor common room, and she suggested that we speak to Sir Nicholas about Gryffindor history and house pride and such, but we couldn't find Sir Nicholas. So for something like that, for instance, how would we know where to find him? Do ghosts tend to retreat to places that are significant to how they died? Or does saying their name out loud have to do with it? Just for something like that?
Well, yes, ghosts are, in fact, tied. They are sort of tethered to the thing that they can't leave behind.
Could that thing
Got
be your
it.
person, Professor?
I suppose it's possible.
What if you're a ghost and you're tied to something that disappears? Like your place or object of significance. What if it goes away? What happens to you as a ghost?
I really have to go to class. I'll see you later. I'm gonna be late.
Okay. Bye, Blaine.
Why? This was fun. Thank you.
Bye, Blake. But I feel like he's gone before I can say goodbye.
It's actually on the way out, Blaine, that you see Alex and Barney making their way to the classroom.
I
hello, Alex.
stop dead in my tracks when I see him, and
Hi. I
Good
really have to go.
sandwich.
What was it?
but
I just.
ice cream and
what did you-
brownies and like fudges and caramel sauce and
All right. Great.
High five.
I just had mine. High five. I just had mine, and it tasted like paint. Wasn't really bad. But I gotta go. Okay. I have
okay.
class.
went by. I'll look over Barney. When you think about it, paint isn't really that bad. It's just not good.
Have you tasted paint before?
You haven't?
No. It's
Of course
paint.
you haven't. I was just trying to trick you by telling you a joke. I have no idea how paint tastes. I just imagined from the smell.
Right. Perhaps we need to have a look at your diet.
It's... Okay. I should have asked if they were in there and busy. I'm going to just open the classroom door a little bit and just peek in and try and see if I can... I guess I'm trying to be quiet, so I'll roll a quick and quiet.
Quick and quiet, sure. I think you like lean on the door and it's just like, you know, like a horrible needs to be oiled. Everybody sort of like turns around at this, I think.
Hi.
Alex.
Hi, Alex. Olive is just gonna turn. Did the professor keep talking when all of this started happening, or?
I think it was happening about the same time, so the door just makes the noise as the professor was talking. So you kind of you missed like the end of it.
She's just gonna kind of like wave Alex over and say,
Okay. Hello, Professor Boven.
Hello?
You were saying, Professor?
Oh, where was I?
You... And then she's gonna kind of make eye contact with Alex to kind of like clue him in a little bit. You were just in the middle of explaining if you are a ghost who is tied to a thing or a location and then it is gone, what happens?
Ah, yes. So it's a bit of speculation, as no one can really know. But from what various people have observed, I believe the ghost it moves on, I suppose.
Oh,
to wherever it's supposed to go.
all right. Thank you, Professor.
You're welcome.
Professor,
Yes.
is there a reason why the ghost wouldn't move on?
Well, I don't know. I suppose if they were tied to something else.
You mean they'd be tied to two things?
It's possible.
So a ghost could be tied to.
If
Like
they feel
two.
strong enough, I suppose.
I have a question. Is it possible for a ghost to be stuck and then to be like disturbed and then woken up? Is it possible for a ghost to appear a long time after the person died? I guess is what I'm trying to say.
It's unlikely.
Is it possible for them to be trapped like a genie in a bottle?
There are some cases of such things occurring, yes.
Oh, I was just wondering.
There are
Did you-
sorts of magics that could contain a ghost.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Although
I would.
none of you will be learning about that here in this class until we get to defense against, well, evil spirits.
If we run
they have
into
to
one,
be
what's our best
evil?
bet? Well, yeah, well. Yeah.
You say defense against evil spirits. Are all ghosts?
Evil? Well, no. Just like people, it depends on the ghost.
And there's
And what
different
happened?
types of ghosts, right? There's like ghosts, and then like, I heard that Peeves isn't really a ghost; he's something else.
Peeves is a special case. She looks a bit angry just at the mention of Peeves.
Peeves is definitely fucked with her at some point.
Who's? Wait, Peeves?
You haven't run into Peeves yet?
I don't think so.
I just heard people talking. I haven't ran into him either, but no one's mentioned. Like some of the older students have talked about it a lot.
Count yourself lucky. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there's only a few minutes until class. Mr. Pippin, was it?
Yeah, Pippin.
Yes. I believe you should be getting along.
Yeah, I have potions. One question for you: is there any way to like? Oh, you said we won't learn till later. I'm just scared because I don't know if Professor McGonagall saw you, but I ran into a shade.
That was you.
Yeah, and I'm really scared that if I run into, I want a way to get it to go away.
Ooh, make a convince roll.
Ooh, 7.
Choose one from the list, please.
I don't think they need proof because I think they believe it was me since I know about it and know Professor McGonagall was telling the teachers. I don't know if she'd be terrified of me. So I think they go along with it for now. It's probably my best option.
I'm very glad that you weren't hurt. Is that where all of this is coming from?
No. Well, for me, yes. But I'm also just really curious. And I want to learn about it now that I've seen it. But first I want to know how to fight back if it tries.
I must
Again.
say that this is quite the coincidence that all of you have come seemingly questioning me about this.
My friends were just trying to help me out because I wasn't feeling so good. So they thought maybe if they could, get the questions for me, they're just being good friends.
Well,
I think
you have
You
defense against the dark arts next, Gryffindors, and you have defense against the dark arts later today.
Maybe after class we could talk more about it. You don't have to teach me any spells or anything. You're the teacher for it, and it was scary, so maybe you could.
After 4th period today,
Okay,
I want you all to meet back here.
Yes, Professor. I'll head off to potions class.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you, Olive and Maisie.
And, more importantly, I want you all to be careful. You are first years.
Yes, Professor.
Yes,
Shades
Professor.
can be very dangerous. Let the adults handle this.
Okay.
Yes, Professor.
Bye. I rush off to potions with Barney.
And that's a good place for us to take our break. Wow, that was the first half, huh?
Yeah.
Getting stuff done.
That was the first half. Good job,
My
everybody.
heart, Zoticus. Don't play with my feelings like that.
I just want to hug.
So good.
But
Poor
for
Alex.
podcast people, you should have seen his face. It was breaking my heart.
So we're going to take a little bit of a break here, folks. Give the cast a chance to use the bathroom, get some food in their face, get some drinks, etc.
Bean sandwiches.
Yes, some bean sandwiches, and not the other thing that I thought that I heard. Thank you. Thank you all so far for watching. We are going to take a little bit of a break here. We'll be back in just a few minutes. If you have not done so, please make sure you follow all of these wonderful people. Follows are free. Make it happen. Give them some love. Head on over to tablestory.tv/WAW, where you can click on all their links. Follow them on all the places. And you can download the system if you want to try it yourself. Check it out. Open it up. Join us as we're playing it. Excuse me. And if you have yourself a Twitch Prime or an Amazon Prime that you haven't used yet, consider throwing it their way if you'd like to help support them in a monetary way. If you want to help support Table Story, you can follow us here on Twitch, twitch.tv/tablestory. And you can check out our Patreon, which is tablestory.tv/pledge, where you can look at all of the content that we have up there. It's so much. Even if you sub on the Patreon for 1 month, you get the content at that level, at that tier, all the way back to the beginning. So there's tons of stuff up there. We've got podcasts, we've got artwork, we've got character sheets for different shows, we've got lore drops for different shows. There's a ton of stuff up there, so go check it out. And we'll be back in just a few minutes. Hang tight for more Witchcraft and Wizardry. We'll be back in just a few. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Table Stories, Witchcraft, and Wizardry. Welcome back. We return as you all have your next classes. And this will be Defense Against the Dark Arts for the Gryffindors, and for Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff. Together, you'll be sharing your potions class, like the Gryffindors and the Slytherins do on Mondays. Yeah, they're... Alex, how do you feel about going back to class? Does it feel a little bit better for you? You know, like that you actually went to class, or how do you think it made you feel?
It's I don't know. It feels like part of what will get things kind of better. So it feels healing, I guess you could say.
Okay.
And before I ruin it.
I'm sorry, what?
It's okay, I'm fine.
Okay. So you attend your classes, your potion class, and something's mentioned in potion class, about working in conjunction with herbology, specifically. Professor Griffiths mentions working with Professor Longbottom, in that you will be raising your own plants. So in the next, I guess, you received seeds for a snapdragon. Which is an interesting Wizarding World variation of a snapdragon. They actually look a bit like the head of a dragon, and they
Breathe fire.
No, they sort of cough pollen, I guess, is kind of where they get the name. They actually make a kind of sound. And you've been given a task by Professor Longbottom to grow them from seeds, and take care of them. And it's like an ongoing project. And it's for a purpose that's also for potion class. It's part of an ingredient for a potion that you'll be making. And in the potions class, you learn that the potion has to do with a hair color potion. It changes the color of your hair.
That could be fun.
So, I think Barney would have gotten your seed for the Snapdragon. It probably would have been with the stuff that he dropped off for you. And that's kind of brought up a little bit. But, yeah, each of you would have received like a little terracotta pot. And you would have been given instructions on like how to take care of it. Now... Herbology doesn't happen till the fourth period for the Gryffindors, but it is the topic for the day, as well for you, Blaine. You share the herbology class with the Gryffindors for fourth period. Now, after that's done, in herbology class specifically. Professor Longbottom makes an important note for you. He says specifically, some of you may have noticed that there has been some very unfortunate events in the greenhouse. Some of the plants there have died due to unforeseen causes. I would very much like it that if anyone has seen any wrongdoings of any kind in the greenhouse or knows of anything, to please bring it to my attention. I've asked Mrs. Nanny Bucklin while she was doing her rounds to do her normal caretaking, but she says that she did as was asked, and unfortunately the plants there have still started to die. So if anyone notices anything strange, please be sure to let me know. Thank you.
What?
In regards to the snapdragon's seeds that you've been given, please make sure to follow the watering instructions, as well as making sure to only give them approximately 10 minutes of sunlight per day. It is very important that they receive only 10 minutes of sunlight per day. So whether that be you putting them in a cupboard or what, but please make sure that they are in the dark for the majority of the day. Thank you. You're all dismissed.
What?
So, Gryffindors and Blaine.
So, Swaff, do we trust Professor Longbottom, to tell him what's been going on, or what do we do?
I was going to suggest telling Professor Boven. I mean, she seems reluctant, but
she seems angry, though. She keeps telling us how young we are. She keeps telling us that we're not old enough to be doing this.
But maybe if she knew the circumstances, she would trust us with it all.
Maybe, but Professor Longbottom just asked for information about this. So maybe he'll be more receptive to it, because he's asking students to come forward. So maybe he'll be nice about it and be so happy that we have information that we don't get in trouble.
I mean, he's also a pretty cool guy.
Right?
He also he was a part of everything that happened back with Harry, and so I think he would understand.
He got into a lot of stuff when he was a student, so
Right.
you know, right?
Killed a
You can't be that mad at us. I know.
Did he really?
He did.
Yeah, my dad told me.
What?
Well,
Yeah.
Plant guy?
That guy. That's why I like the class
Professor
so much.
Longbottom.
Oh, sorry. Well, seeing as he's from your, well, you know more about him than I do. I don't know. I'm nervous talking to him. Does somebody else want to do it? I feel like I mess up every time I talk to an adult.
I can try.
Okay. I will be there to provide backup, and I'm cheering you on. And
Okay.
honestly, Maisie, look at me.
Yeah.
Right here, Maisie, okay?
Yeah.
All right? You are so smart. I'm really not good at doing this. I'm not very good at convincing adults of things, but you are. All the grown-ups love you, and you are so clever. You win us house points all the time, and I know that if you go up there and you're confident and you are just giving him that Maisie charm that made us all want to be your best friend to begin with, I think we can get the answers we need. Right, Blaine?
Right. And if you don't do it, you could lose points from your house. So.
Well, let's not focus on that bit, though. We're focusing on uplifting Maisie. You know, positive thoughts, Blaine, positive.
Right. All right.
Okay. He's going to be so impressed that he's going to give us points for solving such an important mystery for Hogwarts.
Unlikely. But maybe.
Okay. Well, you know,
Not very
again,
helpful, Blaine.
I'm
positive
sorry, I'm just trying to
thinking,
be,
Blaine.
Just trying to be reasonable and logical about it. That's all.
I would like to try to be inspiring Maisie with this speech that I'm giving. Oh gosh.
Do we have a relationship?
We do.
Tell me.
I can roll using the relationship for this, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Because I have a -1 on my soul. That's not good. This is not gonna go well. Soul.
Ooh. Proving that
Why do I
gingers
try?
do
My
not have
gosh.
souls.
Now.
Hey, listen, you say it all the time.
Hey now.
I think Niggs has rolled like a double one every episode or something.
It's been awful. I don't even want to try and inspire people because now she loses forward on stuff. It makes me not want to talk to other players.
So, yeah, how do you not do that?
I think Olive is being so over the top with it. She so clearly thinks the world of Maisie that instead of it uplifting Maisie, it's so you're the greatest person ever. You're the very, very best. There's no way you could fail. You're gonna be hundreds of house points.
You're a politician.
Yeah, basically. But it's kind of maybe if Olive had been a bit more grounded with it, Maisie would feel it, and instead she's like, actually, I don't think I can get hundreds of house points. Actually, this seems like you're putting a lot on me, and now there's very high expectations. There's high pressure. I think maybe it's making Maisie realize that it might let the group down if it doesn't go well, and so now it's making her feel worse. I'm so sorry. I tried. I'm very sorry, Maisie.
I don't think.
Yeah, you take a -2 forward to your next. To your next. What were you trying to do? Was that you were trying to make the person feel perceptive, the heart?
Yeah, I was trying to. I'm so sorry.
Next.
Is this just for one roll?
Yeah, your next roll. Yeah.
And can I ask? I wasn't here last week, but the previous week, in my out of session thing, after school thing, I got a +1 to the I read about this rolls. Can I take that this week, considering I wasn't here last week?
Of course.
Okay. 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 Oh, well, I mean, I can try anyway. I think, I'll try, okay? I'll try my best.
You're going to do great, Maisie. We believe in you,
Yeah.
right, Blaine?
Thanks, Olive.
You believe in you? Okay, all right. You're getting
Okay, Olive, okay, just
a bit intense.
Okay,
yeah, it's
sorry.
a bit much.
I really admire you, and it's very inspiring to watch you.
Okay, that's enough,
You
Olive.
do. So,
Do
okay,
we-
Sorry.
Okay,
By the time you climb the wall,
I did climb the wall.
Climbed it so well. Sorry, I'll stop.
Are we still with the plants? We still in the
You guys are in class. I don't think there was a greenhouse excursion
Okay.
today.
Okay. Is Professor Longbottom still here?
Yeah, he's sort of packing up his stuff. He looks terrible.
Okay, I'm gonna go straight over to him. Professor.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Hello, Professor.
Hello.
Would you like-
Miss Skylar, Mr. Buttersworth, and Miss Everglade? What can I do for you?
Would you like a hand packing up? You
Oh,
don't
no.
seem that well.
No, I've got it. Yeah, I've got it.
Sir, you mentioned about people coming forwards with information.
You have information about the greenhouse?
We've been really worried about telling anybody
Really worried.
because we're just a bit worried that we'll get something wrong or upset someone or get into trouble.
Well, you didn't do anything, did you?
No, it's just a little bit of a complicated situation, really. We met a ghost and a shade, and I climbed a wall, and
They
we have a key, and the Niffler stole it, and we tried to talk to Professor Boven, and I'm doing really badly.
Oh, make a
I'm doing
convince
this
roll,
wrong.
please. -2 forward.
I really don't think I have anything at all that will help me here. Oh, shut the front door. Partial success.
Wow.
Oh
Wow.
my god.
Well done.
I knew it.
Okay. So, choose one from the list.
I wasn't even paying attention because I was so convinced I was gonna fail a roll. Convince. I think they need proof. And I would like to turn around and ask Olive for the key. Do you have it with you, Olive?
I don't want to lose it. What if he doesn't give it back?
Then I think we just have to accept that that's the
What
right
are you
thing
talking
to do.
about? What do you mean a shade? What do you mean a niffler? What are you talking
So,
about?
Professor,
Did a
remember
niffler do all of this?
remember when there were people walking into the wall?
Yes, of course.
We think it's related, and we think that there is a ghost who is
To a niffler?
No, the niffler. I'm so sorry. I did a really horrible. I did a really horrible explanation. There's a ghost that Olive met who didn't know what year it was, and he thought it was 17. What is it, Olive? 1705?
The ghost thought that it was 1705, and he had me get Hogwarts a history, and
How'd you get?
he took me to the library. He influenced me.
What do you mean he influenced you? What did he do? Are you all right?
No, it's all been very upsetting, honestly. It's only our second week in school.
Olive, it's okay.
And I've
Olive, it's-
ghosts
Olive-
sending me around in the middle of the night. And he took me
Olive,
outside.
Olive, it's okay, Olive. Olive, it's gonna be okay. We just need to. I'm gonna just give the top of her back like a little rub. It's gonna be okay.
He led me outside to the greenhouses, and we learned that there was a dark creatures classroom, and that the wing vanished back when he was a student, and we don't know why he's still around or what he wants, but the night that happened, after that was when it seemed that things were dying in the greenhouse. Some of the plants, so maybe it's connected.
And the people who were walking into a wall, well, it turns out that they had a key.
A key?
One of the students that was also possessed, when she came to, she had a key in her hand that wasn't hers. She didn't remember how she got it, and she doesn't know where it goes or what it unlocks.
And you have this key?
Not on me, no.
Ooh, convince.
Ah! Oh no! Okay.
Forward and stuff.
Do I get... Is this does this count as relating to the mysterious figure relationship? Because I'm trying to protect that.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Because I do have a +1 with them.
Yeah, definitely.
Woo! I'm still gonna fail it anyway, but we'll see. Yep. That's what I thought. Yep. That's cool.
Classic.
It's a
That's
2
great.
and a 1 that was rolled, by the way.
Next week, Olive is gonna stay in bed, and they'll accomplish things without me rolling poorly.
Oh.
Someone has to be the bad luck sponge in the group.
Yeah,
it's a requirement
it's
for
me.
every group. So he looks at you.
Support roll.
I just heard you talking about it.
Well,
Come on, hand it over.
I'm sorry. Wait, Professor. Please, don't think I'm being silly. Just...
I
It's been
don't
very
think you're being silly.
No.
I think
Please,
you're being
sir.
very stubborn first years. And I know some very stubborn people that were very stubborn first years.
Were you one
Well-
of them, sir?
No, I was the responsible one.
Did they get things done, though? Like, did they make a difference? Make a good difference for Hogwarts?
Of course they did.
Well, then, please understand, and she's going to take the key out and she's going to say, I don't know what it is, but there's some very powerful magic attached to it, and I'm very frightened. When I touched it, I felt something awful. Please, just wear gloves or something. Just keep yourself protected, okay?
But you're touching it right now.
Well, I know, but I've already touched it before, so what difference does it make? I'm just saying before I hand it off to another person.
Olive,
please. I just don't want anyone else getting hurt, Professor. I'm sorry.
He waves his wand. And he says, Wingardium Leviosa! And the key starts to float up. And he starts to dance the key on over. And he opens up a pocket, drops it in. Now this should have gone to Headmistress McGonagall. Why were you holding on to this?
I think you can tell him, Olive.
We didn't know what it does, so we thought maybe if we could find out, then when we handed it over,
That's not the real reason, is it, Olive? It's just...
We're trying to get in contact with the ghost and help him move on. It seems
Your
like he needs our
what?
help. Well, it seems like he needs our help.
And this is the shade that you're speaking of.
No. the shade was something totally different. This is
There's
the
another
ghost. Maisie, help.
Professor, I'm also very, very confused as well, so...
So there was a ghost that Olive met, and then there was a shade later that Alex did some... This is the ghost that thinks that it's 1705, and Oliver's just trying to help him because we think he's trapped. We talked to Professor Boven, and we think that this ghost is trapped in the wing of the school that doesn't exist, and that's why he can't escape. And maybe the key has something to do with letting him escape. And I think sometimes when you get the kind of feeling that you really want to help somebody, it's very hard to shake that off. And I think what I'm trying to say is that Olive is just trying to be kind, and maybe that just meant that we didn't hand the key in earlier. We just wanted to help. And people keep saying that ghosts are evil, and I'm not sure that this one is. I think he's just a little bit misunderstood.
Professor Longbottom looks a little strange to you.
Professor?
Why don't you try
Professor,
and read between the lines?
I was going to say, can I notice something?
Can I roll for read between the lines as well?
One person can.
Okay.
Would you like to do it?
Do you want to go ahead? I have 0 on heart.
Okay. I have +1, but that
Go for
doesn't
it.
seem to make a
You got
difference,
this.
so... Yes, Olive!
Choose 2 from the read between the lines list. And you try to understand what someone or something is really thinking.
What are they planning?
I think you recognize the look on his face, Olive. He has an enchanted looking appearance on his face. A distant look.
How does he see us right now?
I don't think that he sees you right now.
I would like to use my automatic show courage for my house benefit. And I would like to attempt to remove the key from his pocket.
How?
I would like to Wingardium Leviosa, which is in my regular spell bank.
Okay, so when you, with the Gryffindor house benefit that you've chosen, you automatically succeed on the show courage roll. You look fear in the eye and do not break. Gain +1 forward when challenging it. So you get a +1 bonus on your cast a spell roll.
And I have +1 on Wingardium Leviosa because it's in my
Your spell bank? Okay.
That just applies automatically when you click it from your spell bank. You don't need to add it.
Yep.
Complete success.
Excellent.
Okay, so I think there's a big deep breath from Maisie before she does this, and on top of her, Wingardium Leviosa. And I think it takes her by surprise that this has happened. I think it takes her by surprise that she's managed this. But the key just sails from out of his robe. His robe doesn't open. It just almost just ascends from the top of his robe, and she just holds it there, maybe twice his height above him, and she just holds it there. Professor?
He looks like a little distant and then shakes his head.
Professor?
Yes?
Maisie.
Are you back with us?
What do you mean?
Professor, can you tell us what day it is?
It's Monday. We were just having a conversation.
Look up, Professor. Do you remember
Hey.
putting the key
What
in
are
your
you
pocket?
doing with that?
Professor, you disappeared for a moment.
Disappeared?
You went all... No, I don't mean literally. You just... You went all, absent, and you didn't look yourself. You looked very unwell. And Olive was worried about this happening, and so I cast Wingardium Leviosa to take the key away from you because something was happening to you, and it was very scary, sir. So I'm just holding it up here for as long as I can now.
Oh. Right. All right. He like shakes his head.
Please don't take any points away from us.
Go ahead and make a convince roll, and I think you have one forward,
Okay.
Maisie.
Partial success.
Okay.
I think they need proof, and I'm gonna ask Blaine and Olive to back me up on this one and to be the proof.
Professor, I had that. I was influenced by the same power, and you had the exact same look in your eye. I could sense the magic coming from you. It was the same thing that had a hold of me.
You were looking
Please
like-
understand, this is why we didn't go to a professor in the first place.
You still should have went to a professor. All right. Well, thank you. Wingardium Leviosa. And you can feel the pressure sort of release as he casts the spell and sort of starts to hold the key up above. He says, "This is very dangerous." He says, "I need to speak with Professor Boven and see if they have some kind of way for us to contain this."
Could I have the key back for now, Professor?
No, you can't.
Olive.
This is extremely dangerous. You should not have this.
Well, then it's even more dangerous in the hands of a strong wizard. If whatever ghost this is taking control of you like this, you are a powerful wizard and you could do damage. Worst case scenario with me, what's it going to do to me? Make me walk back to the library in the middle of the night? It's much safer with me rather than potentially... Could you imagine
Olive.
if the headmistress got possessed by this? Hogwarts itself could be taken over.
You're scared.
Please.
Make a convince roll. You have a -1 forward.
Man. I wish Olive weren't so reckless and naive. Why did I build her that way?
What have I done?
Damn, she's dumb. Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
A 7. Choose one.
I didn't expect that at all. You know what? I'm gonna say they go along with it for now. I think that is something that Professor Longbottom himself has lived through enough, like, childhood mysteries and trials and tribulations in Hogwarts that he knows maybe just for the length of time that it takes to talk to the headmistress or another professor, it's not the worst idea, but that he wants to take it back later once they have a solution, maybe.
He like looks at you very skeptically, and he says, "Well, you did hold it before. All right, but you can only hold it until we go to Professor Boven, and then it needs to be contained. I'm sure that they have something that can put it away."
Of course, Professor, absolutely.
Olive, you promised to give it up again, right?
I promise, I swear.
You're sure?
Absolutely. Yes, of course.
Because I don't think that...
And she's just gonna put her hand out. Absolutely. Yes. I'll keep it
Okay.
safe.
Okay,
Professor?
Right, just for now. And he starts to like float it. He says, open up your pocket. Don't want you to touch it.
I won't. I'll keep it here.
And he just kind of like floats it down, lands it in your pocket.
I'll keep it safe. Professor?
All right, we're going to Professor Boven now.
All of us.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Okay.
If Professor Boven, perhaps doesn't seem too surprised to hear from us, just maybe we might have gone to her earlier to talk about ghosts.
Just to ask a
Possibly.
few questions.
Just a few
you know.
questions. That's all.
Just questions, just, you know, knowledge gathering, homework and whatnot.
What's your point?
Just, you know, nothing. Sorry, Professor.
We
She
go.
might be-
I'm getting rather anxious. Okay.
If Rosie was here, she would offer you some pocket mash, and I wish I had some, but I don't have any. I'm sorry, Blaine.
It's all right.
Might have cheered you up.
It's okay. Let's just go.
Okay, let's go.
All right.
Off you go. And you had
Olive.
What?
I know that we were worried about the key being with powerful wizards, but I think you're a powerful wizard, even if the key doesn't.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do.
Thanks, Blaine.
Mm-hmm.
That's sweet, Blaine.
Thank you. All right, we should go.
And tries to catch up with
Okay.
the professor.
So, you head to the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom, where Alex and Barney are already there. Alex, you're waiting for the rest of the group, and Professor Boven is sort of packing up her stuff. You Barney's, you see the text start like floating your way, and he says, "So, do you think we're going to get in trouble?" You're muted.
Yeah, I don't think so, because they can't prove that we are trying to. They can't prove that we're trying to do any funny business. You know, I don't think we're trying to do any funny business. We're just asking questions. I don't think we're doing anything wrong. We're just asking questions because we're curious. It's not as if we're actively gonna hunt
Actively
things that-
seeking out a shade.
Right, we're not
We
doing
kind
that.
of
We're just.
are. At least you are.
I think-
I don't want to do it.
No, I'm kind of not. I'm just asking lots of questions about it, so that if I do run into it again, then maybe. But we're the focus of Swaff is to help the ghost boy, so it's nothing to do with the shade, really. It's a separate issue if you look at it that way. We're just trying to help another student, because he's technically a student, so that gets us house points. We should be fine. I hope.
I hope so.
Anyway, you won't get in trouble because you're not really involved with it. I'll make sure you don't. I'll take double punishment if it means that you don't get in trouble.
We're both part of SWAF, though.
Right, but you're not. I don't want you to get in trouble. So don't worry, I'll look out for you.
It's probably at that moment that you can see the Gryffindors and Blaine, joined by Professor Longbottom, walking into the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom.
I give the eyeballs.
Blaine just waves.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh no.
Olive's just gonna kind of point at Professor Longbottom and mouth to Alex.
Professor Boven? Ah, Professor Longbottom. What can I assist you with? Well, it appears that there has been quite the problem. You see, there was apparently shade, and a key was involved, and apparently the key might have something to do with the students getting possessed, and Miss Everglade here has already touched the key, and she's been carrying it. I was wondering if you have any sort of way to put it away, because when I tried to keep it myself, something happened. What? A key? A key to what? Professor Longbottom looks at all of you.
I don't know. Maybe if it's not a very big key. So I think it's maybe I take a quick glance. I take a quick glance over to everyone else. I think it's maybe for the music box.
Why do you think it's for a music box?
A music box.
Because they have keys, and they're a box, and boxes have keys, and I think you'll wind them up, and Sir Nicholas and Mr. Fryer and some other people who have you hear a music box sometimes when the shade's coming with the whispering. Do you remember any of that when you touched the key, Professor Longbottom? Did you hear the music box?
I thought I heard something. It might have been a music box. Maybe.
Yeah. So my theory that I put it away because I'm not involved in this stuff anymore. But I obviously I remember that I think maybe the shade and maybe the ghost boy were maybe in the music box, and then someone opened it and then they got out or something like that. That's why I asked earlier, Professor Boven, about if ghosts could be trapped like a genie in a ball. I'm sorry, I didn't tell you about the key.
This is all besides the point. You are all first years.
I was. Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't be doing any of this. Where's the key now?
We're not doing anything. Things are just happening to us.
Where is the key now?
It's... And she's just gonna look at Professor Longbottom.
He opens his eyes and nods his head.
I have it, Professor.
All right. Open your pocket.
Is it going somewhere safe where it can't hurt anyone?
Yes, let's see. And she says, what was it called again? It's somewhere in here. Ah, I remember. Accio, cloth of warding. And you see a sprinkling of magic. And some things begin to wobble, and a cloth whoosh, like flies over towards the wand, and she points the wand down onto the desk, and she then points to your pocket and says, "Wingardium Leviosa." Starts to rise the key out from the pocket and places it down on the cloth, and then she just uses the wand and just kind of like closes the cloth around the key. There.
And it can't hurt anyone anymore.
No, the cloth is warded, dear.
Why is it a spooky key? Like, why is it doing that?
Well, there are many reasons.
Is it a curse?
It very well could be. It will
Is it
have to be
dangerous?
investigated. It's extremely dangerous.
Can I help investigate it?
No, you cannot help investigate it.
Can I read the investigative report afterwards?
As I said before, this is beyond first years.
Mr.
Right.
Boven, do be careful. I have read that some cursed items are stronger than the warding cloth. So, be careful. That's all.
Of course I will. Now,
Alright. Okay.
Professor Longbottom, was there anything else? No, Professor Boven. I just wanted to see that the key was safely brought to your attention and properly protected. And make sure that the students arrived safely. Now that I'm here, Professor Boven, the students mentioned that the shades influence might be part of the reason why the herbs in the greenhouse might have died off. Is there any chance of that? Well, it is possible that a shade could influence plants in such a way, I suppose. Right. Did you know about the shade? Well, yes, I did. Headmistress McGonagall told me and a few of the other professors that specialize in this sort of thing. Professor Longbottom. Oh. Right. Well, if you could let me know if there's anything else that happens in regards to the shade, so that I could take appropriate action in the greenhouse. Very well, Professor Longbottom. Thank you. I'll be going then.
Maybe there's a spell, Professor Longbottom, that you could cast to stop the shade getting in. What do you think that spell would be?
Stop the shade from getting in?
Yeah, like a blocking spell maybe, or something that stops it getting into places so that you can be protected.
Not exactly my specialty. Professor Boven might be able to help.
Professor Boven, what do you think that spell could be?
Professor Longbottom looks to her. She sighs. And she says, "All right. Since you're all so insistent on being difficult..."
Eager to learn.
It's a good way to put it, Blaine.
Thank you.
Eager to cause trouble, I think. And eager to do things that are extremely dangerous.
Well, I would maybe say that we aren't, but if we were, I'm sure you would consider it responsible to make sure we were as best equipped as possible. But we're not. We're definitely not. I shouldn't. That was rude. I just mean, I don't want a shade to eat me. It was really. Have you ever met one? They're not nice. They have this nasty voice, and they're all.
Stop it.
And see, so I don't want it to go and stop. I want to fight it if it tries to eat me again, or at least like put a circle around me or something so that it can't get me.
All right. I will teach you some basics, but your first defense when dealing with a shade is to run away.
I used the Lumos spell. Was that a good idea?
Really good at that.
Yes, well, yes and no.
And no?
Yes. And no.
And no.
Now, let me teach you some basics. And that's where we're going to end the session today.
Nice.
Good session, everybody. Good session.
Great session.
I love this so much.
It's time to do end of session stuff. It's time to do. You
I haven't even
okay?
looked at it. Yeah, I just been engrossed. I haven't even looked at it. Usually I've got some idea about what I'm doing now in Gockley.
Okay. So, for end of session, there are various moves that the players do to wrap things up. First and foremost is a thing that's changed from the rule book. I just haven't updated the actual rule book PDF just yet. But slight change in that the players will go around and decide to either add a +1 to a relationship that they have, or a -1 to a relationship they have, and get an XP. This system is a fail-forward system, meaning when the players fail a roll, they gain experience. When they hit 5 stars of experience, there's a bunch of different things that they can do, as Nega Oryx is really, really familiar with at this point.
The most powerful wizard.
Yeah, we're going to go around and either a +1 or a -1 and an XP for someone. Who wants to get started?
I will go first.
You go first? I'll do mine first because it's quick. You get it because that bean sandwich was godly.
Blaine gets to go first. He spoke up first. Get wrecked, nerd.
I think it was the same time,
No,
technically.
I don't.
Okay.
I heard it. I was watching. I was very, very
I
attentive.
thought it was the same
It's
time.
okay.
This
It was
must-
also the plus was going to go to Alex anyway because
well,
of the bean
I'm
sandwich.
I'm in Scotland, so the internet takes longer to get to you, all right? So none of this discrimination bullshit.
No. And Myth, you get to go first.
I did this wonderful thing where I offer characters something, and then if they do it, then I have my choice by the end. So Maisie did not eat the sandwich, so she gets my -1.
Oh,
And then
so no, you. So
Zacchaeus
the
ate
rule actually
sandwich.
the rule actually changed here, Myth.
Oh,
So you don't have to do both. You do one.
Oh, that's way cooler. That makes me way more comfortable. Yeah. So the plus is gonna go to Alexander for eating the sandwich.
Okay, Alexander gets the +1. Zagonicus, I think you were second.
But do we want to do
Blaine
downtime
gets-
now too?
After the round. Blaine gets my +1 because bean sandwich. Easy peasy. He's my
Okay.
first ever +2.
Ah,
And I have 5 -1s.
So, just be aware that also changed the cap on your relationships is a 3 now, 3 or a -3. So you can have a +2 or a -2 with someone. Okay, who's next?
I can go next.
Okay.
I'm going to give my +1 to Blaine because Olive feels like she's really trying to do the right thing day after day, and if she had a metaphor to describe what it feels like she's rolling dice and just rolling ones over and over, you know? It feels like she's rolling poorly.
It's a really good metaphor.
What a metaphor.
Thank you so much. And Blaine reassuring her that he thinks that she's a good witch just like made her year, and that is a plus 1 million in her book.
Nice. All right.
I think he also sees a lot of the same qualities that Olive has, but Olive is like super like extrovert about it, and like and just it's super intrinsic for Blaine. So he's just like,
Hey, you're doing great. Thanks for being brave and stuff. Because I can't.
I want to adopt Blaine.
Colo.
My plus 1, in a kind of very roundabout way, it's gonna go to Blaine. But because of the same reason, because Maisie is super close to Olive, and is, I think, trying her best to kind of help her out and keep her calm and all of those things. And it meant a lot to Maisie that Blaine was nice to her. And I think that's not necessarily a side that she hasn't seen to Blaine, but there's definitely a warmness about that she didn't know existed. And I think that, that meant a lot to her. So I think it's got to go to Blaine.
Thank you. And now it's time for the points, the House Cup points.
Oh, Lord.
It's exciting time. All right.
Oh my god.
Each PC, please make a 2d6 plus your mind roll. Make a mind roll for me.
a mind.
Oh.
Maisie.
Okay. So partial successes
Nice.
from Olive, Maisie, and Alex, and a fail from Blaine. All right, so what happens during this portion is that on a 10 plus, your house gains 10 points. On a 7 to 9, your house gains 5 points. On a 6 or lower, the house loses 5 points. And I'm going to supplement the rolls so that we have 3 rolls for each house. And that's been all over the place, all over the map for the way that we've been doing things. So let's supplement some rolls. First and foremost, we'll start with the Gryffindors. Those Gryffindorks.
Oi.
Oi!
It's rude.
We'll go red and black on the die for the Gryffindors. Let's see. Only 1 extra roll for them. That's an 8, so another 5. So a total of 15 points. Puts them at 82. All right. Next up, we have Hufflepuff. Starts with a -5, and we
What
need...
happened to Hufflepuff? Over
Oh,
the
there
last
were
couple
some
of
bad
weeks?
there were
Actually,
some
I think I know
bad
what
things that
happened.
happened. Yeah. So we'll make 2 more rolls. So we're starting with a -5 so far for Hufflepuff. Ooh, that's a 4 from me. That's another -5. Uh-oh.
Yikes.
And an 8. Okay. So just a net of -5 puts Hufflepuff at 10 points. Oof. Alex gets a partial success, giving Ravenclaw 5 to start. Roll my 2 blue dice. Let's see what our other 2 rolls will be. A 6. That's -5, so that puts us at 0 so far. Last one for Ravenclaw. Ooh, a 3. Net of -5 for Ravenclaw. Uh-oh. Puts them down to 75 points. Gryffindor has taken the lead. They have Dumbledored their way into first place. And let's see, Slytherin rolls. So last week I rolled the green and the pink die for Slytherin. And I got 3 successes for Slytherin. Partial successes. So we'll do that again because I feel bad for the
Partial
Slytherins.
Succession.
Yeah. All right,
Get
here
it?
we go. That's a 6. That's a -5 so far. That's a great start. And a 7, that's a partial. Net 0. Whoop. And a 9, that's a net 5. They're in at 40. All right, so when all is said and done, when the smoke has cleared, Gryffindor in first place, Ravenclaw second place with 75, Slytherin third place with 40, and Hufflepuff, how the mighty have fallen, at 10 points. Oof.
It's okay. There's still 50 more weeks or whatever.
Always looking at the positive there, Myth.
Yeah, yep.
And last but not least, we're
the
gonna
rest
go.
of the year.
We're gonna go around the room and do. We're gonna do our end of session shout outs and your downtime moves. What your character is doing in the meantime till the next session. Now, even though the story might not progress that far, I still like to do these. I think they're fun. So let's go around the room. Let's do some shout outs and what your downtime move is. Zagonicus, would you be so kind as to lead us off?
Thank you. Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for coming here and allowing us to roleplay for you. I hope you all had a wonderful time and enjoyed it. You can find me, Zagonicus, everywhere on the internet. On Wednesdays, I'm doing a stream and I'm getting into creating taking the D&D stuff that's in my brain and putting it into Bibisco, which is a writing thing. I'm getting out of my brain and actually putting it in some sort of format that's useful. So I've been creating a pantheon. I'm trying to get at least 2 gods of the pantheon done each week, and you guys are coming along and helping out and saying, hey, this god should be called Percy, and he's called Percy because this, and this is the history and stuff and whatever. And I appreciate that. So come and get involved in my world of D&D and leave your mark. And leave your mark in my heart, because I love you all. Okay. For my end of session move, I will be doing...
Did you see, I'm sorry to interrupt, but did you see Wax Face Whack? That's so rude.
Whack, it's okay. It's okay. Why can I have an understanding? I'm going to be doing... I always go... I do this thing where I try to pick the roleplay answer. I don't know if I should just try like min-max things sometimes, but I think I'm going to do social activities. I think that's what Alex would be doing, trying to make up for his, like, just hanging out with a group and being like, partially kind of just trying to make sure they're still his friends, and then partially kind of trying to make up for being, you know, but so.
Okay.
Heart roll.
Heart roll. That's a 5. Unfortunately, your social activities don't go so well. They kind of fizzled out a little bit. Maybe you made plans and they just kind of fell through. That's unfortunate.
Bean breath.
Bean breath. That's savage. Savage. Thank you, Zagonicus. Nega Oryx.
Hi, hello. I'm Neko Oryx. I have been playing Olive Everglade for you today, and man, week after week, I just question why I gave her the personality traits that I did, because woo, she's a handful. This week, though, I really enjoyed having a +1 to my I read about that rolls, because I roll so poorly. So I will be trying to study again this week to hopefully get that again. But let's see. Okay, well, you know. I was just mentioning how poorly I roll. In case you're listening, I rolled a 5, which is astounding because I have a +2 to my mind. So you can imagine how poorly I'm rolling. That didn't go great, but if you want to see me not fail at other things on the internet, I'm a full-time content creator here on Twitch. I'm also a voice actor. Tomorrow is the release of the video game that I was fortunate enough to be a part of. It's called Cook Serve Delicious 3. It's my first ever video game voiceover role, and it comes out on Steam, early access, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, the 29th of January. Whenever you're listening or watching this, that's tomorrow now. You can also catch me doing a lot of tabletop RPG stuff. Obviously, I do this here. I also do Pirates of Salt Bay on Saving Throw Show. That's Tuesday nights. And last night, I just made my first appearance on Kolok 1991 on Hyper RPG. And you might see more of me in the future there. So maybe check that out and start piecing together what's going on with me in that show. But thank you so much for having me today. This was so much fun, and I'm excited for next week already.
Thank you so much. Myth?
I'm gonna do the downtime move first, just because I'm still in the mode of RPing and having that. So I think I'm gonna go into the social activities, because all these bonuses, I mean, ladies man. So I think we're gonna do that. And what is it? It's hard.
It is a hard roll, yeah.
Cool.
Hanging out with friends, going on dates, and being social in general.
That's right. That's right. So yeah, I think he's gonna be hanging out with the with Swaff this upcoming downtime.
On a 7 to 9, you get to add a +1 or a -1 to your relationship.
No, I will even out. All right, we're back at 0, Olive. We were at a -1. Don't worry about it. But now we're at 0. It's fine now.
The happiest
Okay, so-
0 of my life.
Yeah, exactly. So that's and also I think that also explains why we've also lost points. I think Blaine hasn't really been doing a lot of the homework that he should have been doing, because he's been having so much fun and hanging with his friends. So we've been losing points, and he's probably been losing the points. So but yeah, that's Blaine. I'm Myth. Hi everybody, it's good to see you. Mythomatic here. Also Cord on Twitter. You should be following me on Twitter, because I got a lot of things coming up. I'm on a lot of shows. I'm a role player and voice actor, and I'm actually producing a movie for Star Citizen right now. So you should definitely check out what I'm doing when I'm doing it. My streams are a little bit on the back burner, so follow me on Twitter if you want to see what I'm doing and when I'm on different shows and such. Yeah, that's right. I'm a voice actor, and my voice cracks a lot. So if you like that, I'm your guy. Thank you for having me, everybody. This was a lot of fun, and I can't wait to play with you all again. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Cola?
Okay, so I think Maisie is going to study. I think she's feeling the pressure a little bit in terms of professors and building relationships with professors in a good way and not letting them hate her. So I think studying, also from a kind of game mechanics point of view, it's pretty powerful to be able to have a +1 to the read about that rolls. And I already have a +2 to my mind, so let's find out what happens there. Failure. There it was. Yeah, as I was saying. So no +1s there. Hello, I'm Golo. You can find me under Hello, it's Golo, all one word, on the internet in places. I am a full-time streamer here on Twitch. At the moment, we are playing some Subnautica Below Zero. We are also playing Elite Dangerous, which we love very much. And we're building a Lego Toy Yoda, which is pretty fun too. So if you fancy coming and hanging out and seeing any of that, it would be lovely to have you drop by. Just come say hi. It'd be nice. Yeah, that was nice to be back, guys. Thank you for today. It's been lovely.
Thank you so much, Colo. I'm Wax Steven. I have been your Headmaster of Doom. I have dragged the players kicking and screaming through the adventure today. Thank you so much for being here, chat. Much love to you. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for the love. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Colo. Thank you, Myth. Thank you, Negaorix. Thank you, Zagonicus, for being awesome role players. I appreciate you as well. Thank you so much. If you have not done so, everyone, please make sure you follow these lovely people. Go follow them right now. And if you head on over to tablestory.tv/WAW, you can click on all their links. All their links are up there. Go click on them. Go follow them. Follows are free. And if you have yourself a Twitch Prime or an Amazon Prime that you haven't used yet, and you'd like to support these people monetarily, then you can do that. Go sub to them. Go do it and get yourself some emotes and support them, because they're great. And if you want to help support Table Story, you can follow us here on Twitch, twitch.tv/Table Story. And if you're in our chat, you've seen a link for our YouTube as well. That's youtube.com/tablestory. And sub to us on YouTube because we've got all the episodes up there as well as an incredible amount of content for tons of other kinds of shows that we've run. Of varying different kinds of content. So go check it out. See some of the other things that we do, and go binge watch like the maniacs that you are. Because we have people that will like watch an entire series and like they go into a hyperbolic time chamber and they're like done in like a day with an entire series that's like 40 episodes long. It's just not physically possible, but they do it anyway. And if you want to support in a monetary way, you can head on over to tablestory.tv/pledge, which is our Patreon. It will link you to our Patreon, and we've got even more content up there. We have more stuff. There's more stuff, way more stuff. We've got podcasts up there. We've got artwork up there. We've got lore drops up there, various lore from the universes and things in our shows. We've got character sheets. There's a ton of stuff up there, so go check it out. This month's podcast that we did, we call it a Ready to Roll podcast, was about how we got started in tabletop, how we got started in role playing, and that whole process. And it was just a good chat that we had about it. It was really chill. Myself, Brad, and Jay, and we'll probably have PB record one. She wasn't able to join us for the podcast this month, but we'll probably have her. We'll give her extra work to do. We'll give her extra work to do because that always feels good. So thank you everybody for watching, and hopefully you'll join us on Thursday. We've got the Bystanders, which is a Stars Without Number campaign that Blue Jay is guest GMing, and we have another guest GM that's going to be starting up a campaign on Saturday, a D&D 5th edition campaign called The Guardian's Promise with guest GM from our community, Phil's Gaming. So hopefully you'll join us for that. Thank you everybody for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. Peace out. Good night, everybody.
Later, dudes.